Professor Griffin doing some SSH key talking. I was going to do a written tutorial, but they take forever to do them right, and this will just be faster. So what you're seeing right here is just my terminal window. This top section I'm connected to my MacBook. Bottom section I'm already connected to CS2. And in CS2, when you generate keys either on your laptop or on the server, what you'll see is, and I was trying to point my computer, you can't see me doing it, I'm turning it towards the microphone like you can see better. Anyway, so you've got your actual key. This is an RSA key. This is the private section. This is the public section. And then you've got authorized keys, which are individuals that have copied their public key up to the server so that they can authenticate without using a text authentication like a password. And then known hosts are just people or machines that have previously connected, so that you don't get that prompt at the very beginning that says, hey, I don't really know who you are, do you want to do a key exchange? And we'll see that happening as we go. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove authorized keys. I'm going to remove known hosts, and just have the key pair that are up on the server. It has to have its own key pair because that's what the key exchange is all about. So on my home directory, or on my home computer, I'm going to just delete the SSH folder to do it all again. I saved it, I backed it up. Because I actually have keys that I keep in Dropbox that I copy all over the place in case I need them. And then I change those every once in a while. But to generate a key, you say ssh-keygen. And you can see there's autocomplete. There's some options that we could use, but to just, well, let me delete the folder first. rm-rf. Alright, ssh-keygen. So when you generate a key, the default is it's going to generate an RSA key. What does RSA mean? That's the encryption type. And I'll give you an example of other encryption types. It tells you it's going to create it at this path, which is typically your home folder. It creates a .ssh folder, which it just told me. And then it's asking me, hey, do you want to put a password authentication on your keys? We do not. It's a possibility, but we don't need to. It tells you the key size when it's done. 2048 is not going to be big enough for us. For RSA, so these are some example encryption types: RSA, DSA, EDSA, and there's even more than this list that shows. But these are example commands that let you tell the command explicitly what type you want to use and explicitly what block size you want to use. The bigger the block size, the harder it is to break, the more secure it is. So let's go into our .ssh folder. So here's the file size of the RSA key that we generated. Look at the one that's on CS. It's obviously bigger and a little more secure. So I'm going to do that ssh-keygen again. And this time we'll use the recommended block size of 4096, and I'll overwrite what was previous there if it let me. Oh, I should have answered yes. Yes. So this time block size of 4096. This stuff is just like a visual. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I've never looked into it. I've just ignored it. But now we've got a much bigger file size. It was 1.8K before, so now we've got the bigger key, and we can try to connect to our CS server. If you're in Git Bash, you should be able to do the same thing. On Windows, they're like, I think Putty, if you download Putty, it has a key generator on it. So I'm going to say SSH user at and where I'm connecting to. So it does not know who I am. So it's saying, ooh, you sure you want to connect? So if you've connected somewhere many times, and then you all of a sudden get this message, that's not good. But if you know you've changed your key or something's changed, then that's okay. So it's saying we're doing a key exchange. Now it's wanting me to authenticate. All right, I'm in. So let's do a listing here though. Ooh, I bet we're in a different session. cd.ssh. No. Where are the keys being stored then? Let's exit. Let's do that connection again. Password. I'm kind of stumped. It should have placed an authorized keys file and a known hosts in there. Alright, let's move on. Exiting. It's running my... So there's a couple ways we can get our key onto the server so that we don't have to do password authentication. So if I just look at, well, we got one locally, known hosts, so it knows that we connected to the CS server. So like if I just say more id_rsa.pub, I literally can take this, highlight it, copy it. I just did Command C, and then in my folder on the CS2 server I can say nano to create a file, authorized keys, paste that in there. Control A brings me to the beginning of the line. Control X to exit, yes to confirm that. Do a listing. So there's my authorized keys. Let's do more. Authorized keys. So there's my big public key from my MacBook. So if I'm up here and I try to SSH again onto CS2, no password. Okay. However, I'm still going to kill that. I'm going to delete that file because there's a proper way to do it. It's called ssh-copy ID, which you can see I've done it. Oh. Griffin at cs2.msu Texas. Okay. So this says failed to open id_rsa.pub. And that's true because I didn't give it a path to this file. I'd already run that command before doing something else. So I need to tell it where it is. ~/.ssh/ there we go. Oh. Well, it thinks that it's already installed even though I deleted it here. And I'm back on the server. This is... See, now it's asking me for my password. Hold on. Control C. ssh-copy. Oh, I was on CS2 already. Why'd you guys let me do that? Now I'm back on my MacBook. Terry, pay attention. I give it my input file, so I'm going to copy my ID to CS2 server using the copy ID command. I give it my input file, that's what -i means, path to my RSA, and then the server I want to go to. So now it's telling me what it's doing, and it needs me to authenticate. Alright, it said it did one key. So now if we do a listing up here, there's our authorized keys file. Alright, so if I say SSH, SSH Griffin at CS2, boom, I'm in again. No password. Alright, if you guys got questions, hit me up on Slack. I'll post this on Slack and I'll also put it on a repo. I'm leaving all my mistakes in. I'm not editing. And das ist alles.